listener production.
Hello, Sacha Barbour Gatt with you for this episode of The Briefing. This morning we brought you a deep dive about the social and environmental impacts of super cheap online retailers like Temu. The sort of business model deployed by these sites relies on entrenched exploitation of its workforce and huge carbon footprints. Now you know this, will you stop spending your money there? The answer is likely not. SNL recently did a great send-up of how we interact with the lure of extremely cheap stuff.
Temu. Fast fashion from China. Buy online now. Style for less.
Way less.
Unbeatable prices. Dress, $10. Shoes, $5.
How so cheap?
Don't worry about it. Modern styles. Designer dupes. No prisoners involved.
Did there used to be or something? Why bring that up?
Okay, this is giving shady. Be real, is this shady?
If it was, would you stop buying it?
No.
No.
Maybe. No.
Great. Temu. Don't worry about it.
But if we do choose to keep shopping, it's not necessarily because we're bad people or don't care about workers' rights or the environment. A lot of it is down to cheeky marketing tactics, sales strategies, and even AI. To find out just how badly Temu is trying to keep us scrolling and buying, I'm joined by Dr. Shasha Wang. She's from QUT's School of Advertising, Marketing and Public Relations. Dr. Wang, thanks for your time today. Look, is it fair to say Aussies are addicted to Temu?
I can say that, because we can see from the being the top downloaded app here. Yes.
I've never been targeted by Amazon advertising on Facebook, for example. And I say targeted because I did get an ad. I've never shopped on Temu, but I got an ad for them the other day. And it was like they were reading my mind. They had an ad for me for a human-sized dog bed. So you could get into bed with your dog in a dog bed. And I'm a dog mum. I love my dog to bits. And I went, oh, how did they know I liked that so much? Like, how is Temu doing it and beating competitors like Amazon?
This part, firstly, I'm not sure why you've never been targeted by Amazon, because myself getting targeted by Amazon, even though I didn't search. But this is a common marketing tactic. They can call it algorithm-based programmatic advertising. So any organization can do it. So which means if they use this kind of programmatic advertising, they can go to the online platform. Of course, there are different type of platforms, and they can help them to find the segments, find the target markets, and actually provide very targeted, personalized offers to those people. Temu used it, but it's not saying they are the only one using it.
It does seem like they're doing it better though, and I've read that AI is likely being used to help this process. How does that happen? What does that look like?
That's related to our data privacy and also suggestion for consumers as well. So when we browse online and when we log into certain account, for example, Google account, when we log in subscribe certain services, those services have our personal information, and they can actually link with our searching keywords. And based on our basic personal information, for example, our age, gender, maybe we have pet or not, and also our recent searching keywords, or even browsing history on social media platform. For example, you mentioned you saw your advertisement on Facebook, must because you browsed certain content on Facebook. So based on those experience, they have a database, and the AI is a helping tool to speed up matching those information together.
What other strategies are sites like Temu using to lure us in?
They actually use a wide range of sales promotion together, including, for example, gamification approach, and also this kind of limited time or quantity offers. So I'll explain slightly. For example, gamification, just like the spinning wheel they have, and this process is the gamification process. Get consumers more involved in this shopping experience, generate a positive emotion toward this shopping experience. Of course, as a consequence, they could spend more. And another one is using this kind of limited time or limited quantity offers. For example, they say, if you don't buy it, it will gone in 2 minutes, in 3 hours, only 3 items left. So those kind of tactic basically appeal to people's fear of missing out. All right, so they use a lot of this kind of tactic. If you go to Temu website, you can see they have this kind of spring sales event and also limited time offer, lots of different type of limited offers. Those are the tactics existing for decades, but Temu, I think, is the one using the most wide range of them together and to enhance this kind of shopping experience to get people purchase more.
Will this become then the blueprint for future online retailers that launch in the space? Because as you said, none of these tactics are new, but Temu is doing it so effectively. So is this the blueprint now?
Not necessarily everyone to do the same. So not blueprint, but it's kind of helpful so people can borrow some elements suitable for their cases. And the reason why I say that is Temu using all of those together with their overall marketing strategy, positioning strategy. For example, their overall marketing strategy talking about providing value to consumers. What value is the concept between price and quality, make people feel happy about, so I have cheaper price, but not sacrifice too much on quality. And so you can see their spinning wheel also kind of try to provide the same kind of value proposition aligned with this value propositioning. So if other companies have a similar overall marketing strategy, perhaps it's good to borrow the same one. So, but I have to say they use some very classical marketing communication strategies, make people more addictive.
Do you think people are more drawn to Temu at the moment because of the cost of living crisis? Or do you think these tactics would have us spending up big no matter what?
Temu started their business at a very good opportunity, which is right after COVID. And that's a timing when people try to hold their money and they try to look for value. So based on the timing, they are doing the correct strategy. And yes, perhaps other platforms should follow the same strategy at the timing. But given the macro environment developing like at the moment, we can see more people concerns about inflation, people concerns about they have less savings. So that strategy could last for a while until the macro environment getting better.
Look, having had this discussion about all the ways that Temu and other sites like it are trying to encourage and entice us to visit their sites, scroll, buy, spend, all of that, do you think it's innocent, it's just business, or is it something that we should be worried about?
We should worry in terms of consumers' knowledge about this kind of tactic. Because when something new comes, people don't know that's a persuasive tactic. But once it goes for a while, people will automatically generate understanding about this tactic. They have kind of immune system for that. So in saying that, at the moment, for consumers, there are something we should be concerned. And we should try, no matter us as media outlet, educator or government, we should try to provide as much information for consumers as we can to help them understand that's just tactic. Yes, you have like a $90 saving if you buy now, but you don't have to buy now. Yeah, so that's something I think I want to suggest for our consumers.
So how would you encourage shoppers who maybe do want to have better awareness of tactics that sites like Temu are using? How would you encourage them to go about online shopping in the future then?
I think firstly, we try to set up some cooling off time before we make any purchase. So we do, just as I mentioned, there are lots of things we can buy, especially when they have cheaper price, better value, but do we need them? So give yourself a cooling off period before making the purchase decision. Secondly, I think the consumers should consider about what information to provide online and what point. Because the information we provided, there is a trade-off between convenience and privacy. So yes, it's sometimes it's convenient for us to get pushed advertisements about something I just searched, but that means you already trade off your personal information somehow. For example, your browsing history. I think consumers should be more cautious about what they put online. Social media as well. What should we post online? Not only what we search, because lots of social media platforms, they are publicly available. Information is publicly available from those social media platforms. So whatever we post could present our potential shopping preference. Yeah, so all of those information could be used by big data, by AI-driven tactics. Yeah, that's from consumer own perspective.
Okay, so my lesson is stop posting about my dog on social media if I want to avoid ads for dog beds that I can also sleep in. That's a good lesson. I'm going to take it. Dr. Shasha Wang, thanks so much for your time. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, Sacha. It was a really, really nice chat. Thank you.
That was Dr. Shasha Wang from the Queensland University of Technology. And that is all from us today at The Briefing. Thank you for being here. A reminder to share this episode with someone if you enjoyed it and to check us out on socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 6 with Helen Smith and all the day's top stories. I'm Sacha Barbour Gatt. We'll see you then.
Listener.